I want to wish everybody a happy National Espresso Martini Day.
Oh God.
It
No.
is. Oh, no.
Oh, nice.
It's the Buffalo Wild Wings version.
Are you using the
Shut up.
expired
What?
protein shake?
Mm-mm. I got a fresh one.
Okay.
I'm posting it right now to Blue Sky.
Did you get it to go from B-Dubs and then put it in a glass in your home?
No, this is a
No,
homemade
I
one.
made it myself.
Oh, we love bespoke ones.
So Kamish, how is the espresso martini treating you?
The Buffalo Wild Wings Espresso Martini. It kind of tastes like there's chicken ramen on the rim.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Kamish, every podcast is someone's first. Remind the listeners what goes into this.
Okay, so this is the Buffalo Wild Wings unveiling a wing flavored protein espresso martini. I tried to basically duplicate their recipe. Now I don't have Buffalo Wild Wings like rub to put on the rim of the glass, which this is rimmed with. I used my fancy San Antonio flavor. It is Bolner's Fiesta extra fancy chicken rub. Yes, so it's again it tastes like chicken ramen, but like an espresso martini. And then I instead of doing the protein powder, which I didn't have any protein powder, I figured I would add a Quest protein shake.
Yeah,
to
close
this.
enough.
And and then I used some cold brew, like coffee liqueur.
Mhm.
It's called Evil Bean.
Okay.
And then I got some vodka from the store. It just said that it was called Broken Shed, and it was New Zealand-based vodka.
Okay.
Sure.
It's a frosted thing, so it's pretty nice. Did we
Okay.
lose Jordan?
Jordan is having audio problems. He'll be back.
Mm-hmm. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I made it. I mean, like the chicken, it's weird.
Yeah, that's not really a taste sensation that I would
It's not
really
necessarily
get down on.
Chicken, ramen, and coffee tastes like undergrad.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
This is undergrad the beverage, I think.
It feels that way. It's like,
So what I did was I got on the phone. I actually telephoned the I don't want to say local because like they're all really far out, right? In terms of how far you got to drive to get to one. But I called all of the area Buffalo Wild Wings, and none of
Wild Wing. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
and none of them had the espresso. Was it espresso protini?
Yes.
So this is something they say participating locations only. So I called up and found out that none of them were participating, which was important because, otherwise I would have had to go to a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Which is worse, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
I mean, I would be willing to go to a Buffalo Wild Wings if they had this. If they don't, I have no interest in going to a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Now, Kamish, while you're eating this, it looks like you're chewing it.
It's kind of like, I would say the extra fancy chicken rub is not necessarily, I would say, like you have to like wet the glass to like get the chicken rub to stick to the martini glass. So they were like, do some simple syrup or whatever, and I'm like, but it's kind of clumpy. So it's a little clumpy, but for my rimming of the glass here, the martini glass, I used the Quest protein shake.
Oh, that's awful.
So I poured a little bit out on it.
Quest
and
protein shake
then
terrible.
I protein shake, and
Every
then it's
day
coffee
further
flavored.
from God's light.
Yes. So
how would you describe the mouthfeel? Velvety?
Ramen noodly, I would say.
Oh, God.
Welcome, everybody, to the Sickos Committee podcast.
I'm still drinking this. I don't care. Keep talking.
It's fine. Go on.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee Podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of March 15th, 2026. As always, I am Jordan. With me tonight, I have Kamish, Pit Girl, Big Sky Bridget, and producer Arthur on the ones and twos. Pit Girl, how are you?
It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. By the time that you are listening to this, it will be St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you. Obnoxiously Pit Boyfriend and I went to a local St. Patrick's Day observance yesterday. And we were blessed to consume corned beef empanadas,
Okay.
which were fantastic. Would recommend. That was great. Obnoxiously Pit Boyfriend is Ginger. I did suggest and I did successfully get him to join the red hair contest. He lost to several adorable children, as is tradition. But overall, great time. We love St. Patrick's Day.
Bridget, how are you?
I'm good. I too am excited for St. Patrick's Day. I am going to make empanadas with my corned beef leftovers.
Yes! You should put onions and cabbage and little potato chunks in there. That's what the empanada people did.
Ooh. Okay. That's good,
Yeah,
'cause I
you
have a bunch of
definitely want the
potatoes.
onions in there, I think, for flavor.
Okay. I don't like onions, but that's fine. Yeah, I have a bunch of potatoes left over because I made poutine poppers.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
my cheese curds were so big that they ended up being more like croquettes, which was still very good. So you just had a croquette with melty cheese in the middle, and it was very yummy.
My idea to win the Texas State Fair fried food competition is fried poutine, where you take a cheese curd, wrap it in like fries, dip it in batter, deep fry it, and then cover it in gravy. And I think I can
Yeah,
sell a
that's
million
literally
of
what I
those.
made.
Yeah,
That's
I bet you I can
it's
melt.
the Kenji recipe. That's all it is you make the potatoes, you do like basically potato skins, you scoop out the innards, you put a cheese curd in it, right? Like you're making an onigiri, and then you just fry it up. That's all it is.
That would be
Pico, you have a question.
Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news. Golden has won Best Original Song at the Oscars.
Let's go!
Let's go!
a banner night for K-pop Demon Hunters.
Wow.
As it should be.
Yeah,
Multiple Academy Award winning movie K-pop Demon Hunters.
Multiple Oscar
winning.
movie.
Oh yes, sorry. Arthur, how are you?
I'm good. I mean, I'm a little bit more wound up than usual because, as we already discussed, today was National Espresso Martini Day, and the IndyCar race today was the Java House Grand Prix of Arlington. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to make an espresso martini. I guess I didn't use this. I guess it was just like a coffee martini, right? Since I just have their coffee pods. They do make an espresso martini mix, but I don't have it. So it was, I guess, just a coffee martini. And then I was like, okay, well, I feel like I got to really hit the brand hard. And then I had an espresso martini buzzball. So, I mean, we're firing on a number of cylinders tonight, which is rare because usually I'm ready to go to bed when we start recording.
Kamish, besides chewing on your martini, how are you?
I mean, it's pretty much done at this point.
Oh, you're slamming it.
Chug, chug, chug,
Chug,
chug.
chug, chug. Down in one, down in one,
Empty.
down in one, down in one.
I'm not going to eat the coffee beans. I need to sleep tonight.
Good call.
Good. Had a good weekend. Watched a lot of soccer. Watched, did the 11th anniversary with the wife.
Congratulations.
Took the kids on a really long walk. On a trail where I like proposed, and then we went there and we're just like, okay, yeah, we forgot how long this walk was. So yeah, it was like 2 miles to get there, and then like the 2 miles back, and I'm like, oh god, yeah. So that I closed all my rings on the Apple Watch, so that was pretty good. I was able to do that on Saturday, which was fun, and just watched a lot of basketball, soccer, just overload in all the time there, and had a good time this weekend.
I'm currently at the Southern office in deep South Texas. I drove 10 hours to get here. It always takes me 10 hours, no matter what the fucking Google Maps says. It's always 10 hours.
There's so much Texas. That's so much Texas.
It is a lot. The worst part about this trip, and I've said it before, is that you get to San Antonio and you think you're done. but it's actually 3.5 more hours.
Mm-hmm.
There is so much south of San Antonio that you just don't think about.
I feel this way about Breezewood. Like, I'm always like, oh, I got to Breezewood. I'm halfway to Pittsburgh. Reader, I'm not halfway to Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much below San Antonio you don't think about. I think about it all the time. I live here, so I guess like, and you're from there. How can you forget all those things down there?
Because I don't drive it, but like once or twice a year. So I get to
Okay.
San Antonio and I'm like, I'm there. I'm in the home stretch.
No,
no,
you're like 4.5 away.
And then I got towns like Three Rivers. I got towns like George West, Alice, Falfurrious.
That's right, the home of the butter.
Home of the butter. And then
That's right.
finally,
Falfurrious.
an hour after Falfurrious, you get to the Rio Grande Valley, deep South Texas.
Yeah,
I am
and you can
considering taking my kid down to South Padre for spring break. We'll see if that happens. I don't know
It's not a bad drive.
No.
It's only like an hour and a half from there.
So yeah, that's another thing. It's an hour and a half from where I am right now to the island. But here's the question. Do college kids still do spring break at the beach? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at the
Why would we
demographic
know?
here, Jordan. What?
Yeah, this
how
is
would
not
we
even
know
what
this?
any of us ever knew.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember
The only people that I know who ever went anywhere for spring break was my sophomore year. Some of my friends went to Canada because they could legally drink in Canada over spring break.
I mean, Pit Girl, you know 2 people that went to Myrtle Beach for spring break one year.
Okay.
Because the ACC women's basketball tournament got moved there out of North Carolina back when
people cared about trans rights. Yes, yes, that is true.
So we technically went, and it was over spring break, so we did technically go to the Myrtle Beach area. I mean, technically we went to Conway, South Carolina. It wasn't exactly like, oh, we're going to the beach.
Hey, Coastal Carolina says they're at Myrtle Beach. It counts.
It counts. Yeah, I did San Diego for the World Baseball Classic one year. Like, it counts.
We did go visit the beach when Pitt got immediately eliminated in the first round.
You got to make use of your time somehow.
The interesting question is, I don't know how spring break beaches look like nowadays because MTV has stopped showing them. My entire knowledge of spring breaks at the beach was funneled through MTV's lens for a long time.
I don't think wet t-shirt contests are as much of a going concern as they used to be.
Okay. Because that was a big deal back then.
I feel like we hear about how like kids these days aren't drinking, they're not having sex. So I feel like the beaches might look a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
like if anything, my guess would be that it's like there's more stuff there specifically to part college students with their money, and there's maybe like a higher income, not income because they're college students, like higher socioeconomic background maybe of people making that trip now.
Right.
Like it feels like something that I would assume, like most tourist destinations where it's kind of been like, it's not gentrification if it's tourism, right? But like, you know what I'm talking about.
We have gentrified the Gulf Shores. Yes, I actually 100%. Do understand what you mean by that. Yeah.
Honestly, my last like reference for spring break is the Lonely Island Classic Spring Break Anthem, and that's it.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about like TV and movies are not going to be representative because the people actually making the TV and movies are like older than us, right? Like, I feel like the movie Spring Breakers. Well, I don't think anything by Harmony Korine is going to be.
No, I don't think that's representative of anything.
Yeah. Even I'm trying to think of like movies I've seen spring break in somewhat recently. I keep thinking of Dirty Grandpa, which came out when I was in college and is also a terrible movie, but
that was De Niro, wasn't it?
They got De Niro to be the Dirty Grandpa. Yes. I'm going to be honest. De Niro's entertaining in he's kind of like the subplot, right? Like the main plot is like this boring rom-com with Zac Efron. And then he has like 2 love interests. But the side plot with De Niro and Aubrey Plaza,
the titular Dirty Grandpa,
right? The Dirty Grandpa part and Aubrey Plaza as the Dirty Grandpa love interest, great. The actual movie, terrible.
Bridget, An Iditarod
Yes.
update, if you will.
Live from the Iditarod Insider dashboard. Let's bring it to a window where I can see it. We have in first place, Jesse Holmes has left Unalakleet. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 checkpoints left before he gets to Nome. He has 242 miles to go. Travis Beals has jumped to second. He followed Jesse out of Unalakleet, is running 3 miles behind him. He's also jumped like everybody else, including Paige Drobny, who's been running consistently in second this whole time. Our girl Mila Porsold is in fourth, resting in Unalakleet, along with Riley Dyke. Wade Mars has jumped a huge jump today from like 12th up to 6th. Jeff Dieter is running in 7th. Ryan Reddington, Matt Hall, Michelle Phillips round out your top 10. And then in your Rookie of the Year standings, we have Sam Martin from Massachusetts. Our Celtics enjoyer is currently running in 15th, and he's resting in Caltech. It's been a really interesting race so far.
Are the racers aware of their relative placements during the race? Okay.
Yes, they have. They were just talking about this on the Insider, like daily updates about how they can get like two-way communication to the racers now, and the racers like they know where they are, so they can kind of like game plan. Like, oh, this person has left. I should think about leaving.
I'm imagining the two-way communication with the racers is very different than what I'm used to hearing, like F1 communication with racers.
Yeah, I was thinking about like NASCAR radio.
It's really just like you can send satellite texts now, so we should just make it like legal to be able to communicate.
That would be
with
good.
People on the trail. Also, like it makes sense for safety, but
you say it's been an interesting race. What have been some of the interesting things?
So Jesse Holmes has pretty much consistently been in first this whole time. Like, so at certain checkpoints, there are awards for what you for being the first one there. Jesse has won them all. He also won last year, pretty dominantly. But Paige Drobny has had a really good team. She's been consistently right there with Jesse. But today, Travis leaving Unalakleet with Jesse. Really, like, it doesn't upend stuff, but it just kind of shows like literally anything can happen. Travis was like in the bottom of the top 10 for the last few days, and now he's jumped into second.
Okay.
And so all the mushers will take an 8-hour rest in White Mountain, which is about 3 or 4 checkpoints from now. And after that, it's pretty much anybody's race.
Sounds
good. Jesse's
good.
probably going to win.
Thank you for keeping Blue Sky updated on that. Those posts have been great, and keep everyone going with that. Let's talk about some basketball, basketball, and it's a tournament. Dance now. Woo! We have our bracket set. But before we get to that, let's talk about some of the stuff that happened beforehand in the Big 12. When it went to the semifinal, they were like, you know that fancy LED surface? Nope. Yeah. We're going to cancel that for the semifinals and finals. Pick girl.
I would like to take this moment before we go on to discuss this, that the women played their entire tournament on the glass floor.
Yeah. Kind of wild. And with the same complaints.
Think about that for a second.
Yep.
Apparently, it was slippery. I'm shocked.
It was slippery. The seams were kind of coming apart. Yeah, it was. I've never seen somebody just like, no, we're just gonna pack it in.
Yeah,
like I've never seen a decision like this. It's like, screw it, we got the backup floor. Let's just like the ugly court. I don't think I've seen somebody just.
I want to say the Mavericks abandoned their what was it, NBA Cup? That's what they call it now. They abandoned that like halfway through the NBA Cup this year.
All right.
Because of like physical problems with the court.
It's kind of refreshing that they did this, though, in a weird way, because I guess society as a whole now, it's you don't just admit you're wrong, you double down on it. And they didn't do that.
Well, I mean, that's what they did to begin with. Like when everyone was, with the women. But
Yeah.
then B, when it came out and everyone was like, this looks like a disaster. This is going to be a disaster. And
Yeah.
you're like, no, it's going to be great. Like, it's going to be fine.
I still.
This is going to be a great floor.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they trialed I don't want to say trialed. They used this particular technology for the NBA All-Star game, but not the actual game, like just events.
Like the celebrity game or whatever.
So they did use it for the celebrity game, but then like I want to say like the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, whatever. I think was that the year they still called it the skills challenge. Because that's the one that kind of always gets messed with. But like something like that, it's not an actual game, right? Like you
Right.
don't.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, it's a different, like, you're still using it for basketball purposes, but it's a different use case and it doesn't take the load of a basketball game. Like, that's where it makes sense. But for this, everyone who just clowned on it and went, what are you doing?
And it's like something like that. You don't really have to. I mean, not that like you want the NBA All-Star Saturday night to be a farce, but like you don't really have to worry about the integrity of the game the way you have to do when it's your conference freaking tournament.
Right.
It is impressive, like Kamish said, that they walked this back. I was expecting them to double down on it and just go throughout the whole thing with it. It's interesting that first off, that the ugly court from last year, the XII court, was the pattern they used for the LED court when they could have chosen anything.
Yes.
But then
like a basketball court,
the spare court that they had was last year's court.
Yes.
The XII. So we doubled down on that, which fine.
Yes.
But watching things like the Big East tournament at Madison Square Garden with like the traditional wood court.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes tradition is better, and maybe I'm just an old fart here, but
no, I think it is okay sometimes to reject modernity,
reject tradition,
and return with
embrace,
embrace
tradition. Yeah, this is one time where you can be a return with a V guy.
Mm-hmm.
I will say one of my favorite headlines from this is Big 12 reverses course after glass court goes over like LED balloon, like lead balloon. Very good.
Yeah, this one's much better.
How you write a headline
if you read it, but it's a very good headline.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
We have to pour one out for the CBI. There will be no CBI this year. The College Basketball Invitational.
Quote, due to circumstances beyond our control, the CBI will not be held this year. We will see you next year.
I want to know what those circumstances are.
So do I.
And how beyond your control were they?
Because this is not a like 2020 circumstances beyond your control situation.
No,
obviously.
Literally, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So like, what kind of circumstances do you even have beyond your control? CBI. Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know.
Right. Mm-hmm. There still will be the crown. There still will be the NIT. Although we had mid-majors like Butler declining NIT invites. It got kind of weird for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who is going to the NIT? 17 and 16 Auburn.
Hey, that's where they should be.
Mm-hmm.
If anywhere, that is where they should be.
The Auburn push to try to convince everyone that they should be in has been hilarious.
No.
Their social media stuff has been posting like facts and figures and numbers.
No.
Why 17 and 16 Auburn is the team. If you have to try that hard, you have not done the work.
Yeah, me thinks the Auburn doth protest too much.
Enjoy your NIT trip.
I mean, again, this also helps you get rid of the Nepo baby faster, which is what you want, I think.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Like, this kind of thing is something where, on the one hand, I can't bring myself to care about it. Like, I can't bring myself to care about an Auburn team being on the bubble, something like that. It's like, man, I cannot care about a team that's 17 and 16. I'm sorry. Like, you gotta be better for me to care about you either way.
Correct.
But I feel like this is like, we've seen this now across the board from pretty much any team that's kind of close, not just in basketball. We obviously saw it a lot in football, right? I mean, the ACC was out here making a case, and Notre Dame was like got upset about that. But like, like Miami was posted. Like, this is just, I guess people like make their case publicly now. By the way, I will point out, the ACC, I didn't see them making much of a case for the Notre Dame men's basketball team to make the tournament either. The ACC didn't even make a case for the Notre Dame men's basketball team to make the ACC tournament, let alone the NCAA tournament. So I don't know what's going on there. Probably something to pay attention to. Stay tuned on that. But yeah, like it's just, man, I don't know. Like, win more games. I don't care.
This is also where I fall under the idea of, if you're a 3-loss team trying to get in the college football playoff, I don't want to hear your shit. Like, I'm not going to bring myself to care about a 3-loss team trying to legislate them their way into the playoff. Just don't. Spare me with this.
I get why you make your case. I'm saying
Yeah.
I don't care about. Like, you can say whatever you want. I don't care.
We do have a connection with 2 tournament teams, the Idaho Vandals men's and women's basketball. Commission Bridget went and visited and gave them the Sickos Committee bump that's legendary at this point.
It is known.
Also, I mean, we did run a promotion for them too in their stadium
on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Happy Sicko-Tines Day. So yes.
A lot of people were asking why they don't play in the Kibbe Dome anymore, but then when they saw pictures of that new Idaho basketball arena,
it's so good.
It's so gorgeous.
Good.
The woodwork on it is amazing.
Yeah, it's even better in person. Like, if you have a chance to go to, I don't know why you'd be in Moscow, Idaho. If you ever find yourself in Moscow, Idaho during basketball season, go check out a game. It's gorgeous.
Check it out. It is absolutely incredible. I think they said that the wood that they grew is like a part of their personal university forest.
That would make sense.
And like their forestry and construction like use the wood from there to make the beams.
Yeah,
and so it's like all wood on the inside. It's incredible.
They have an experimental forest, which is where they get the wood from, which is really, really cool.
Sorry, an experimental forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for their forestry school.
That's Commission's second favorite artist is Experimental Forest.
After Desiccated Koala.
Koala.
No, come on.
We were decisive.
No.
Decisive koala. Thank you.
Sorry, this koala makes decisions.
Sure.
It may not be good, but making decisions.
He makes them.
Smooth,
He's the decider.
koala brain.
Sorry.
And he probably has chlamydia too.
Statistically, yes.
Yes. I mean, that's how you get smooth koala brain.
Does chlamydia eat your brain, or is that just syphilis?
Let's move on.
How would we know?
We know lots of things collectively.
How would we know this?
We know lots of things collectively. We all have random stuff that we know.
This is true.
It wouldn't surprise me if one of you guys was like, well, yeah, of course chlamydia eats your brain. I don't know. I know syphilis eats your brain.
Would you like me to just say, yes, chlamydia eats your brain so we can move on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, chlamydia eats your brain.
Okay, fact checked us. Kamish, I'd like to preview the NCAA tournament.
Okay, yeah, you already did a little bit apparently, but basically, I love doing this thing, and this is a bit from the old days of like Adam Sandler on SNL along with Kevin Nealon. This is the Cajun man voice that I like to do with it's a lot of fun to do, and I've done it many times here. So I wanted to preview the NCAA tournament in Cajun man voice. Now, any one of you can read a line, and I will respond in the Cajun man voice. So,
pick girl, go for it.
Kamish, where does the first four take place?
Dayton.
Correct. That's the first 4 with the 16 seeds, and what other seed?
11.
Kamish, the Miami Redhawks made the first 4. What does that mean for Auburn?
Elimination.
How did Bruce Pearl take that news?
Frustration.
But that means too bad
Maction.
Okay, let's talk about some teams. Who won the MIAC tournament?
Bison.
Yes, Howard plays the UMBC in the first four in.
Dayton.
And what about the Summit League?
Bison.
They're a 14 seed and they play the 3 seed.
Spartans.
They're a 14. Or wait, nope, sorry. Yes, Michigan State. Lehigh won the Patriot League too, right? I forget. What type of hawk are they?
Mountain.
What team do you like to potentially bust some brackets?
Fairmont.
What conference do they play in?
SoCon.
And their mascot?
Paladon.
Okay, you're stretching that one.
That one was good.
It's not
I
any
liked
worse.
that one.
That's
It's
a
not any
stretch.
worse than your terrible, terrible puns, Jordan.
That's a stretch.
You don't know. You do not get to police
No,
this.
you don't get to arbitrate this.
You're going to make me do a 68 team pun run on Tuesday.
No, I am not. I am actively doing the opposite.
If you
of
do,
that,
I
in
will literally
fact.
log off.
And who did they play in the first round?
Yukon.
Their mascot? Wait,
No,
sorry.
next one down.
Any other potential bracket busters?
Akron.
Good choice. And they play 5 seed Texas Tech. What about the winner of the Sun Belt? They survived the gauntlet. Who was that again?
Trojans.
Yes, they play Nebraska. Are there any other 8 seeds you can think of that can do well?
Clemson.
Sorry. Do you have a dark horse that could make a deep run?
St. John's.
Okay, whoa.
That one was good. Jordan, I'm not hearing anything from you. These are golden.
Anyone else, Kamish?
Wisconsin.
What about a Final Four to win it all?
Yukon.
Okay, good choice. Next.
Michigan.
Nice. Who else?
Houston.
And the final one? Well, at least tell me the name of the city the school is in.
Tucson.
That's right. Arizona is another 1 seed. Why does it say ULM?
Mentioned.
Well, I think we're out of questions.
Conclusion.
Bravo.
Performance
Bravo.
art.
Well
Performance
done,
art.
Fish.
Thank you.
That was
There you go.
great. That was
Thank you.
great. St. Jones might be the
St.
one.
St.
that-
Jones.
That
That
was the
one-
best. Are you kidding?
You stretched that one a
Commit to
little
the
bit.
bit. No.
You gotta
commit to the bit.
commit. You gotta commit.
You do.
You gotta do it. That's right.
So we have
Paladons.
Paladons
That
was
one.
good.
I think
Okay,
that one's my favorite, honestly.
that one is
that
better than St. Jones.
St. John's.
Again, Jordan, you do not get to critique any.
It's
Jordan.
St.
there's
John's.
no arbitration
But,
of taste here.
no arbitration.
arbitration.
Thank you.
I'm going to show up with a 68 team pun run
No, you are
on
not.
Tuesday.
You're not gonna do
Again,
that.
I will literally
I'm-
log off. Also,
I will
Mitch,
cut
I
it.
noticed.
No,
Yeah.
he's not gonna do it. He won't finish it.
Why
He'll
does
get
be
like
the only
4
thi-
through
It's not gonna make the episode. It'll get cut.
What if
incompletion.
I'm going to do like what Beth did to the Happy Birthday song a couple years ago, where she's saying one note throughout the entire episode?
Just do
I'm-
it in pieces so we
Uh-huh.
can't cut it.
I'm going to get 68 teams in the whole episode in puns.
You realize he has the power to bleep you, right?
It's true.
He can go back and bleep you,
Make me sound racist.
and no
again.
one will know what you're saying, and
That's
it will
fine.
sound really bad.
I'll just
I
torture
mean-
the 4 of you.
I probably
Again,
won't. make
I
the
don't have
effort
to be
do
here.
that. I'll probably just cut everything, especially because when I'm editing this episode on Wednesday, like I'm gonna be busy trying to pack for my trip, so I am not gonna want to put in a lot of effort.
Yeah, good. Leave it in.
Kamish, tell us where Arthur's going to be going if he's going on a trip.
Where? Where's he going?
Vac-
Vacation.
Uh-huh.
There
There
we
it
go.
is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a little thrown by the Protini, the espresso.
I can
Protini.
imagine your stomach is questioning your choices right now, and your
Oh.
bloodstream too.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little indigestion.
Arthur, what are you snapping into?
So in honor of St. Patrick's Day, this episode will come out on St. Patrick's Day. A lot of St. Patrick's Day celebrations this weekend. I'm drinking the green hard Monster Energy thing.
Is it actually green?
I have no idea. I'm
Probably.
not looking at this It's in a black can, but the label, like the lettering, is green, right? Like the grape one, it's purple. The pink flavored one, it's pink, and this one's green.
The
So
green monster
happy.
is like the original monster flavor, but if you pour it out
Mhm.
into a glass, it's like approximately the color of apple juice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll count it.
We have 2 bid Mac in this NCAA men's tournament, which is, I think, something that we'd hoped and dreamed about. But we have 2 bid Mac. Akron and Miami, Ohio makes it in as the at-large seed. They're playing in the first 4 in Dayton.
Dayton, that's right. Scenic Dayton.
Can we take this moment to appreciate the guy at the MAC championship game that was wearing a shirt that said "On the seventh day, the God," and on the seventh day, God made MAC, that made the MAC a 2-bid league.
Yeah, they did.
Because
Very
he did
good.
do that. It is Sunday. It is the 7th day.
Extremely good. Yeah. The Lord saw what he had made, and it was good.
It was very good. Miami, Ohio will face SMU in the first round. There was a little bit of debate as to whether Miami of Ohio was the last team in. It turns out they weren't. They were the final seed, but they're not the last team in. There was something called seed scrubbing. I will give credit to the Sun Belt commissioner who is in charge of the NCAA tournament. Like, he's their mouthpiece, who went on TV and was very clear about things. And it's nice to have that. I wonder if the College Football Playoff Committee could have someone like that. It would be nice to have someone just clearly explain things for once. Also, we had a 3-bid West Coast Conference and only a 1-bid Mountain West.
The last year of that one.
We also had a 3-bid Big East. So I'm saying West Coast Conference, Big East, same level.
I mean, it's both a bunch of religious schools, right?
And Oregon State.
Well, I mean, Oregon State not anymore.
No, they're actually leaving.
Yeah, back to the Pac-12 for them.
Yeah, I forgot about that, because the West Coast Conference is like the actual permanent members were all like small religious schools.
I was gonna say and BYU when they were there, but yeah, BYU's a religious school, so that makes sense.
It's just a big one.
Yeah, it's scaled.
In Big West tournament, Hawaii is going dancing.
Yay!
We love to see it. Hawaii, one of the favorite teams of the Sigos Committee. And Kamish,
yeah. I'm curious about. So, like, Hawaii won their tournament last night in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get selected to go play in Portland, which is good. They're in Portland. That's great for them. I like, if they would have got like in the East bracket, I felt like that would have been really mean to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, do they even go back home? If they do, or maybe they put them in the first 4 or something. I'm like, I'm glad they didn't do that to them.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. I mean, they do have an interesting first round matchup against the Hogs, who won the SEC tournament for only the 2nd time in their history.
Luau, baby.
Yeah. They're gonna bury the pig.
We're gonna be cooking a pig.
Is this what you do with the 30 to 50 feral hogs that run through your yard while your small kids play?
Yeah, you cook them.
You cook them. Yeah, you dig a big hole and you cook them.
You ever had hog snout before?
No.
It's a good
no,
part
but
of
we did roast a pig on a spit in my backyard for my birthday one year.
That's cool. That's so cool.
With chorizo, yeah, it was great.
Oh, it's so good. Hawaii making the dance is great. That brings me a lot of joy because Hawaii basketball hasn't been at the tournament in quite a while. As we mentioned, Auburn came up a little short. They were in the first 4 out on the bubble. The bubble got very dirty this week. It was a stinky bubble. To everyone who wants to expand this tournament, do you really want 17 and 16 Auburn in?
No.
I just want to expand the tournament.
To how many
are there?
100? 200?
I don't have a number. I have come around to the point where I will never be against more teams making it.
Why?
Because I think more games is fun. I like seeing more teams get a shot. If you look at the overall size of the NCAA tournament versus the number of teams in Division One, the size of Division One has grown a lot since we went to 64 teams. We've only added 4 teams by doing the first 4, so it hasn't kept pace there. If you look at kind of generally in NCAA sponsored sports, there's a certain ratio I think that they like to have of teams making the NCAA tournament versus overall teams. And because they've been stuck on 68, they've kind of fallen behind there. I'm not advocating for any specific teams to get, like, I'm not saying we needed to get this Auburn team in, right? Like I said, you went 17-16. I don't care about you, but I will always be for more teams getting a shot, more opportunities, more games, more fun. That's my opinion now.
Yeah. So I'm inclined to agree with that in principle, but I think in practice, expanding the tournament leads to us getting 17 and 16 Auburn and not like two bid random mid-major conference, unfortunately, which is what I would ideally like. Like if you're gonna do this, put the little guys in. Give us more St. Peter's and less Auburn, please.
You'd have to be very specific about how you want to expand the tournament. And I think with the way that the conferences are stacked right now, I don't think the big conferences agree to a permanent 2-bid MAC.
So you are okay. So there's 361 Division I basketball teams, and there's 68 spots, which is 18.8% of Division I gets in the tourney. Essentially, that's something that's I can see like raising that a bit because I mean, if you think about the NFL, there's 32 teams, 16 get in the playoffs, right? Or is it more now? 14 get in the playoffs. Sorry, I apologize. College, there's 136 and 12 get in the playoff. I don't.
But that's not NCAA sponsored.
Okay,
it is.
So okay, FCS, 24 get in out of. It was like 129. I think
it's less than FBS.
So 24 divided by 129. What we got
there
there?
are 130 FCS teams.
18.8%. Again, so it kind of seems to like fall in line. I don't know baseball. How many baseball teams compared to the 64 get in baseball? I think.
I put it in our Beehive idea writing list to do this.
There is a way to. I mean, if you're gonna expand, I think you got to give it more towards like the teams that won the regular season,
bingo,
in the small bids leagues that somehow lost their, conference tourney. That's a 1-bid league.
I want to see if we're going to expand. I want to see every conference get 2 teams in.
Like
House of Representatives. This thing.
I want. I feel bad for Navy. Like Navy was like 26-7.
Yeah.
And they lost on a weird fluke buzzer beater. And they got eliminated from the semifinals of the American tournament or the quarterfinals. I can't remember what it was. And like, they're done. And, they may go to the NIT. I don't know if they did or didn't. But I feel like winning the regular season has got to mean something, because if it doesn't mean anything, I felt like the NCAA was going to do that until they waited to the very last bracket to show them the Redhawks were in. Miami, Ohio was in. I hate that they did that. They did that for TV reasons. I guarantee you. But I feel like there is there, but the power brokers in the sport are not going to allow it. Like that's what it is. Well, it's just like you want that, and then the people that have all the money and all the control are not going to do that because they want to keep all the control and all the money.
I mean, it's up to the conferences how they determine their auto bid, right? Like,
yes,
you don't have to have a conference tournament. You could give your auto bid to your regular season champion.
Ivy League did this for decades.
Right. And conferences don't, because the conference tournaments are money makers for them. And like, it makes sense, right? Like I like a good conference tournament. It not only gives you the revenue that you get from it, but it gives you a platform to showcase your team. Like, I think broadly conference tournaments are a big net good for college basketball, but like these conferences right now, they only get one bid, and they're going to give it to the conference tournament. I mean, I also want to point out, like, people are talking about like 2-bid MAC, and it's like, well, one of them was the auto bid. Like, Akron's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Mhm.
I feel like that kind of got lost a bit with all of the talk about Miami of Ohio. Like when you look at what Akron has done, especially in MAC play,
Yeah.
like they are legitimately impressive in their own right.
Between
good.
Akron and Miami, Ohio, there's 60 wins between the two of them.
Yep.
That's
Like
that's the most of that. That's huge.
I mean, they're two teams that nobody wants to play. Like if you're like the Ohio State, the like the bigger schools like the Big Ten or the Big East schools, like Cincinnati's not going to want to touch Miami, Ohio. They're not going to want to play. Which you saw that with the extra points article with the Foyas that they did, showing that they tried to do that. They tried to play Ohio State. They tried to play, like Purdue or something.
They
Like
tried to play Pitt. Pitt said no and proceeded to lose to Quinnipiac. We could have
Yeah.
at least lost to a team that's good.
Go Bobcats.
I mean, I do like the Quinnipiac.
I like
logo 'cause
Quinnipiac too. Like this is not a knock, but they are a political polling school, and B, a hockey school, and it is C, embarrassing that Pitt men's basketball lost to them.
Yeah. Also,
it is.
before we go on, really I just have to be pedantic because someone's going to fact check Jordan. Jordan, the House of Representatives is proportional. The Senate has 2 per state. If you want to expand it, the Senate you need to have it as like the Senate is 2 per state.
What I was saying was like the House is that like every state has at least one. I'm
Yes.
saying that each conference should have at least 2.
We do also need to uncap the House, but that is a conversation for another time.
Oh, that would be a
Yeah.
fun one to do.
I am now out on whatever you're proposing if it is similar to the United States Senate.
Commish, Navy is going knitting, which is
Okay,
now
that-
what I'm going to describe going to the NIT is now called going
Okay.
knitting.
They're going knitting. All right.
You don't go
I like
dancing,
that.
you go knitting.
You go knitting. It's fine.
They're gonna
It
make
works
a
out.
scarf. Everybody makes a scarf.
I do love the Quinnipiac logo because it's a Q and it's like a cat, like just swiping at you.
It's
Yeah.
very
In the
good. This
It's
is
really
really
good.
good.
none of
It
this
is
is
good.
intended as disrespect to Quinnipiac.
No,
This is
I mean,
about Pitt basketball being an embarrassment.
This is more like imagine the quality of team to which we could have lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would like to take this moment. Shout out to Jeff Capel for finding a way to continue to have a job, I guess.
Because his buyout is $15 fucking million? What are you
Allegedly,
doing?
yes.
allegedly.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's like a terrible I feel like a lot of people are upset. It's like, man, I don't like, are you really going to do better? I think this is a trend that we're going to see. We've started seeing it, I think, actually, is
We
get a
have.
coach in a situation where, you are kind of waiting to fire him, but there's some reason where it's like, okay, we don't really want to be firing a coach this early, where you get kind of an all-in year, right? Like, to use a college football example, because I'm more familiar with college football, like what Virginia did this past season
With Tony Elliott, and it
Virginia,
worked.
where like if you go back and listen to people like Stephen Godfrey who have like their list of like, okay, who's on the hot seat? What does the job market look like? Right. At the beginning of the year, they were talking about, this is going to be it for Tony Elliott. They didn't want to fire him so soon this year. So they're going to do an NIL push. And, in all likelihood, that doesn't work. And this is his last year, but they didn't want to fire him right away. So I think what you're going to see is like, you have a real opportunity cost now if you pay a buyout, right? Like you might have a situation where you can get enough donors to fund it, but even still, right? Think about what else those donors could be funding. So you get to a point where it's like, hey, do I want to fire my coach at the expense of like, I'm going to lose certain players or I'm going to lose maybe something else from another sport. Like there's a lot more demand on the budgets.
We need a word for this.
Okay.
We need a word for
what?
This, like the situation what Virginia did. Like instead of, I mean, Tony Elliott won ACC Coach of the Year, and we got to interview him.
It's a put up or shut up. That's what it is.
Well, this is what they're doing for Wisconsin too with Luke Fickell. So I was like, can you call it? They're fickling him.
Well, yeah, Wisconsin's trying to do it this coming season, and we'll see if it works. I mean, we've seen this where you have a coach that's kind of really on the hot seat all but fired, and they do end up getting fired.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like,
I mean,
like
we'll see how
Virginia
it
is
shakes.
kind of the exception, but
We'll see how it shakes out. And candidly, I don't actually have the energy to care that much either way, which says something in and of itself about what Pitt basketball has looked like for the last
That-
several years.
Yeah.
But
I could
it is kind of like, I don't know, guys.
I could break it down a lot more in terms of like the roster, like everything going
Yeah,
on around the
that's fine.
program, around the whole athletic department. We don't really have time for that. So
No, we
let's move
don't.
on.
No, we don't.
Is Nebraska finally going to win a tournament game? Now, remember, Nebraska, champions of the crown.
That's right.
Who is their first round game against?
Tro Jones.
That's a bad matchup. Troy is a
Really?
bad matchup for them. I think so. Troy has been very bitey.
Well, I mean, all the Nebraska fans were like, damn it, I hate Troy. I hate Troy since 2018. And I was like, what the hell happened in 2018? Troy versus Nebraska. Let's look it up.
What sport?
Maybe Google's things.
Football.
Football.
24-19.
Yep.
Troy wins, and Nebraska falls to 0-2.
Which coach was that? Was that Scott Frost?
It was Frost.
Okay. Nebraska, do you remember when Nebraska ball was like really bad? Remember those years that
I straight
were
up
just-
don't because of how bad they were. Like,
I didn't watch basketball then.
well, it's not that like I wasn't aware of basketball. It's just that they were a non-entity. Like, it wasn't even the kind of thing where they would be relevant enough that you would notice them and be like, oh, like they're bad, but every so often they do something. Like, there was no need to have any concept of Nebraska basketball.
Right.
Like, there's
They
a
just
couple,
wouldn't show up on your radar at all.
there's a couple division, or not division, like power conference teams where it's like I don't really have a conception of them because I've literally never seen them do it. Like DePaul is the same way, where it's like I know they've been in what is considered to be a power conference my whole time I've been aware of college basketball. Couldn't tell you a single thing about them.
DePaul
was
was
one-
like doing stuff last season. We talked about them.
Yeah. Nebraska was not great like 2 or 3 years ago.
they
Like,
were
they
like
were, like-
4-16 conference.
They hadn't won like a conference game, and we watched every single conference game on Sicko CBB in like 2022.
Yeah, it was
it
one of our
was-
first years.
And then they I think they beat Minnesota.
Mhm.
And I had to buy a Nebraska ball shirt, and I still have it.
That's why I remember.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, I had to buy a Nebraska ball shirt, and I still have it.
You want to talk
And
about
we made the Sicko's face behind the Nebraska ball logo.
you want to talk about a men's basketball team in a power conference that I have no concept of. I have no clue what Penn State does in basketball.
They don't.
Do they just opt out of basketball entirely?
Look, Penn State men's basketball got their shit kicked in Hershey by this Pitt team. So
Okay.
It's really a matter of priorities.
yeah,
like,
no,
I'm
the
not
the Bryce Jordan Center exists so that Thon can be in it.
Well, I mean, if I'm talking about Penn State athletics, like obviously football is ahead of them. I would guess like ice hockey, wrestling,
Ice hockey is
like
absolutely
hockey,
ahead of
yeah.
men's basketball.
there are
Volleyball
some
is
other
probably ahead of
sports-
men's basketball.
Yeah, there are some other sports that are ahead of basketball there in terms of the priority.
Wrestling.
Yeah, definitely wrestling.
I just have like they are such a black hole of I have no clue what Penn State does. Especially
again,
for being
they
as
don't.
big in football as they are in a power
Mhm.
conference, just nothing there. Apparently they made the tournament in 2023 and won a game. Cool.
They did.
I did not know this.
Yes.
Yeah, and their coach got hired by Notre Dame, and he's in trouble. Like, he's probably on the hot seat with Notre Dame.
So Auburn doesn't make it. And then Bruce Pearl is there on television. Their former coach, the father
Yeah.
of Auburn's current coach,
Yes.
having to discuss this.
Yeah.
Listeners, I just need you to know that Pit Girl has just sighed into infinity, and
Yeah.
I think I can see her soul leaving her body.
If you can
This
if you
this
can
is my
imagine
soul. I am staring directly at the ceiling, wishing for my soul to leave my body.
it's just If you can imagine somebody rolling their eyes so hard that they passed out, that's what Pete Carroll
Yeah,
just did.
her eyes are about to reach escape velocity and just shoot out of her head.
And look, I grew up an Auburn fan. I did not give a single flying fuck about basketball my entire childhood because Auburn basketball sucked.
It
And
was
so
awful.
like
Yeah.
it was cool. It was cool. I don't love Bruce Pearl as a person, obviously.
Well, no.
But it was cool when Auburn basketball was good. I enjoyed that.
Got the
It was
peacock.
fun.
What was the
Yeah,
peacock
the
thing?
peacock was cool. That was all cool. Bruce, shut the fuck up.
Bruce,
Just
as your
shut
lawyer, I'm begging you to shut the fuck up.
Shut up. And like I understand that you feel like you have to defend your son, but like what if we didn't do this nepo baby shit? Just don't. What if we didn't do any of this?
I love the timing of the retirement so that the school doesn't have any choice.
No, you have to
to
hire
like
the nepo
actually
baby.
run
Yeah.
And
the
like he
church.
admitted it.
Yeah.
He admitted it.
This
Like
is-
he's not the only coach that is timed to retirement. Like I know Tony Bennett did that at Virginia to get his assistant the job. Like this is a thing, but man,
It's worse when it's like it's not just your handpicked assistants, it's your kid.
well,
said
Here's
it.
my
He admitted
fail
it.
son.
Oh my god, he admitted it.
Oh my
it's
God, he
also
admitted
worse when the team ends up bad.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't be having this conversation if Auburn were good this year.
Correct.
I mean, they've been posting a lot about how good they are.
Uh-huh.
The number of fonts that they have used in these infographics puts me to shame. They are all over the place. They're
You gotta look, man. Auburn has stepped its game up in the font aspect.
I know.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna.
have to, you're gonna have to live up to this.
I got to go through and figure out what fonts they're using so I can.
You gotta live up to this. I
Can
just
we-
don't know. Yeah.
Can we make hey, maybe this will be a transition. Can we make parody, like graphics parodying this, encouraging people to say maybe sign up for our Patreon or do some engage with us in some other way that might benefit us?
The only committee,
Yeah.
that has
putting my to-do
an
list.
in-game promotion percentage win rate of 1,000.
Except for
I
the
mean-
ones that we don't have.
That except the other promotions we haven't run yet.
Promotion 1 of 1.
Promotion
N
1 of
equals 1.
1.
There were a
Future
lot of.
outcomes do not, or past outcomes do not guarantee future results.
Let's do the ad read now before we get to the next thing.
That's what Arthur was going for.
As always, if you want to dress like us, and you absolutely should, go to Home Field Apparel, the official and exclusive apparel of the Sickos Committee. They have Indiana sponsorship, Indiana Championship merch. They've got ABA merch. They've got two-tone basketball snapbacks, tons of stuff. Pick Girl, what are you wearing? Blaster the Burrow?
I'm wearing Blaster the Burrow. That's right.
Nice. Kamish is wearing his Akron Zips shirt.
I'm
Arthur
sorry,
is rocking
that is Akron.
Akron. Arthur is wearing his Fightin' Taters hoodie.
Yeah.
If you like their stuff, and you absolutely should, use our offer code. Yes, ha ha ha, yes. 3 ha's for 15% off your first order. If you are going to games, and you should always go to live games, use our Vivid Seats code SICKOS20 for $20 off your first purchase of $200 or more. Sign up for our Beehive. It's where we do all of our writing.
Mm-hmm. I just did something this week
What'd you do?
on Monday. So I took Bam Adebayo's record of 83 points. And I know it's second place all time. I know Wilt is number 1, whatever.
Mhm.
But to me, it was kind of one of the most out of the blue single game like record performances I've ever seen.
Mhm.
I tried to find who is college football's Bam Adebayo, and I think I did. Which it's at there. It was a running back that basically quadrupled his averages and like everything, like quadrupled everything, kind of like what Bam did with his points per game and field goal attempts per game in his career in one single game, his very last game of his college career, and set a record that stood for 8 years until LaDainian Tomlinson broke it. But this record that was broken, he still has another one that is set with that game, and it's still there that nobody has touched yet.
If you like
Any
what we
guesses? No.
No, I don't know. Who is
No,
it?
Yeah, you don't know.
I'm just really glad that we mentioned LT. I miss you,
That's
LT.
right. No. I'm just saying no. It's kind of like one of those names that you think that like bam down the line, it's going to be a wild trivia question if you're not a big NBA head, if you're at bar trivia and you don't pay attention to the NBA. In like 20 years, you're in a bar, somebody's like, who had the second highest points total? And you're usually like, I have no idea. This is kind of like that person. You'll be like, I have no idea. But like the people that support that team will know who this is.
Okay.
I have a guess. I just can't remember the name.
Message me.
Okay.
If you'd like what we do, you should absolutely support us. Join us on our Patreon for $3, $5, $10, or we had our first $100 joiner. And I think I have to do the thing.
You do.
You
You said you
do.
would, so you got to do it.
You got to
Zach,
do it.
Zach, I love you. I
I
love you
think
so
Zach,
much.
all of us love you.
We love you so
do.
much, Zach.
We
do.
love you a lot, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
That incredible. And I noticed that I'm gonna add these things. So we have the $3, $5, and $10 tier.
Mhm.
$10 tier, you get to suggest a word that gets to be put in the pod.
Nice.
I'll say that. $100 tier, we have to say we love you in the pod, which we love you, Zach, for doing this.
I'll say it
$100 a
every
month.
week. I'm gonna tell
We'll
Zach
say-
I love him every
seriously.
fucking week.
Every week we're gonna do that, and like we'll introduce like the we love you, Zach, like portion of the podcast if you keep doing this.
Mhm.
If you continue the month, which is thank you again so much for that. That is we love you.
We do.
We love you a lot.
Zach, I love you.
Do you
Okay,
want me to
so
go,
the
like,
We Love
nope?
You, Zach portion of the podcast was great. We regret
you,
to
Zach.
inform Zach that we will be discontinuing it going forward.
Thank you, HR.
Because Jordan dropped an octave.
Because Jordan
Yeah.
made it weird.
Jordan made it weird.
Zach, don't
Zach,
cancel
you didn't
now.
deserve that, buddy.
Don't cancel now,
I'm
Yeah,
Zach.
really
we're
sorry.
sorry. We regret
We're
the
sorry,
error,
Zach,
our
for Jordan's
first.
behavior.
Other things we have going on at the every tier, we have our extra special podcast, including our continuing series about Colombia's drought of wins in the 80s. We also just wrapped up Bundesliga Bachelor, and we're just going to start our NWSL Bachelor. First episode goes up Monday morning on the Patreon. It will be great because, Kamish, do we want to talk about our special guest?
For what?
For NWSL?
I already said it on last podcast, but
You
you
want
say
to
her
talk
name?
about it again?
You say her
yes,
name?
it's Jordan Angeli. She's a broadcaster, former professional soccer player too, for a couple of different teams in the NWSL. She's joining us with Doug Reyes Cerrone for the NWSL Bachelor. I watched a bunch of NWSL games this week, and like the teams that I eliminated, I may have been too hasty. So there could be some.
Oh, this is very reality TV.
This could be reality TV that we're bringing some back, and I could be eliminating some because there were some teams I may have been a little bit too hasty about. And watching some games this weekend, this is going to get wild. I think this is going to get a little bit crazier. The Bundesliga, like, the season was going on, but this is like a new season that just started for the NWSL. So we may get a little crazy. I'm kind of like some of the eliminations, I have a feeling some are going to return.
I want to mention something special about the Columbia episode we just did. Kamish went and found. We've been using a lot of Columbia's newspaper,
The student newspaper, which is great.
And
so good.
They literally put a counter up on every sports page about how many losses they needed to hit the record.
Yeah, to Northwestern Direct. It was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Can you fucking imagine a student newspaper doing that nowadays? Like,
yes, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
They would get stopped by the athletic department.
No. I mean, many, they might be asked to stop. Many student newspapers still have editorial independence. And so, like, I can very easily see this. Or even if the regular student paper doesn't do it, a lot of schools will have, like, their version of The Onion.
We also reached out, we also started following one of the student writers at Columbia who is now a Robert Rubin, I believe his name is. He is now currently a very well-known New York sports journalist, but guy has started at the Columbia newspaper complaining about these awful seasons. So there you go. Go to our store at sickoscommittee.org where we have all the merch, including our Aaron Go Bird shirt. You can't get it in time for St. Patrick's Day, but you should get it anyways because it's good any time of year.
I really did regret not having that shirt when I was at the St. Patrick's Day thing here in scenic central Pennsylvania because there were a lot of people in Eagles merch, and I'm not an Eagles fan, but Aaron Go Birds.
It's a perfect color, Aaron Go Birds. I really should have got it for this year.
We have our YouTube and our TikTok where we post our videos, our Instagram where we post a lot of stuff too. We have our Twitch. Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go the places we refuse to go. And shout out to our friends over at Feed Your Mascot podcast, where Jeff and Blue take on the culture around college football. Do you know who's back in the tournament? UMBC.
Yay!
Last seen doing what?
Ruining Virginia's life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But Virginia did win it the next year after that. But at the time, it was phenomenal.
They have been on an absolute social media tear.
Oh no, their social media is always been good. We followed them the entire time. It's always good, but it's just like there's a focus on them now, and so this is their time to shine again. And oh my god, they're so good.
I recall them being good the last time. Like I have a dear friend who went to UMBC for a while, and like UMBC has always actually been a like low key good school that nobody knows about. And their social media folks have also been like low key spicy the entire time. It's great.
They're so good. Like they're good at the social media game. It's just they know how to prod and just like say things that gets the people going online.
I ask you this: their mascot is a Chesapeake Bay Retriever.
Yes.
Do we know the name of the mascot?
Oh,
I have forgotten it.
I used to. I can't remember.
It is True Grit.
That's right. I knew it was something like that.
After the dog's father, Nitty Gritty.
It's funny, like the True Grit.
Was that a movie?
It was a movie.
It was a
it's
movie.
Western.
Also, it's like a brand of like Clorox knockoff Clorox wipes by HEB.
Is it? Oh, it's right. That is.
That is True Grit. And I was like, I was just like, oh my god, it's there's a story of True Grit.
Is there anything interesting in it?
I'm just pulling it up for the first time here, so let's see what we got here.
The movie is good. I have not seen the original 1969 True Grit. The 2010 True Grit is good.
I will say the Retrievers won the America East Conference to go to the dance.
Yeah, they beat Vermont, which is nice.
Our beloved Catamounts.
No, normally, I mean, Catamounts got to bring their.
Salute to the taxidermied catamount.
That's right.
I'm looking at the America East Conference, and there are a lot of teams in here that we love. America East is low key. Like I'm not as good, listeners, with basketball conferences because my brain only works in football a lot of times. But a lot of our favorite CAA football teams are in the America East for basketball.
Yep.
And there are a lot, like these are teams that we love.
Yep. Current full members of America East, for those of you keeping track at home: Albany, Binghamton, Bryant, University of Maine, UMBC, UMass Lowell, New Hampshire, NJIT, Vermont, and VMI has an associate membership.
The Keydets are there for swimming.
The Keydets are in the SoCon for basketball.
So here are some of the absolute fire that UMBC Athletics Twitter has spit. Just realize the best part of having an auto bid is that we don't have to need a relative going on TV to explain why we deserve to be in over a 30-win Miami Redhawks.
Go off, UMBC.
Now, if you think that they're just aiming their anger at Auburn or their fire at Auburn, no, Alabama gets some too. Chris Womack goes, challenge Alabama football again, please, please, please. UMBC Athletics goes, we would want to challenge a relevant winning program, so we'll challenge Indiana. Jesus Christ.
Get their asses.
Somebody took offense to this, though.
Someone said, some made-up college trying to make a joke, LMFAO, those diploma farms in India have more credibility than y'all. UMBC Athletics responds, we are literally ranked higher than y'all by 30 or 40 spots. Oh, wait, forgot you think you deserve to be higher in all types of rankings just because. And then,
listener, to be clear, the U.S. News and World Report rankings are as follows. UMBC is tied for number 127 in national universities. The University of Alabama is coming in at 169, folks.
Nice and a half. Nice and
Not
a bit.
nice. I don't know. Kind of nice.
Yeah, UMBC also number 63 in top public schools compared to number 92 for Alabama. Number 84 in best value compared to number 154 in best value for Alabama. And slightly less good in undergraduate engineering. But, on net, pretty good. Also, I will take this moment to remind you that Alabama is not the engineering school in the state of Alabama.
No, that's Auburn.
That's right.
I'm happy to see the Retrievers back in the tournament.
But Bruce Pearl couldn't engineer a way to get in the turn. No, I'm sorry.
Wah, 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 wah. 3-pointer.
Speaking of 3-pointers, I am so torn on a first 4 game. We have Prairie View A&M versus Lehigh. Don't make me choose.
Look. Prairie View.
It's Prairie View.
Find out where Prairie View was before this tournament started.
Oh, they were the 8th. They were the 8th seed in the SWAC, man.
Prairie View all the way, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Prairie View podcast. We love you too, Lehigh.
I mean, I don't know. I have one NBA player who I like who went to Lehigh. So,
I mean, you like CJ McCollum just because he played for the Trailblazers. I give you that. And Prairie View at the start of this tournament, at the start of Swaction, they were 14-17.
Mm-hmm.
And the 8th seed, and they won 4 games to win the tournament. They're now 18-17 and going to Dayton, baby.
Here's a fun fact about them: they were 10-3 at home and 3-13 away. Home Warriors.
Who's their in-stadium commentator? 3 They hosted the SWAC tournament too, I think. They had the commentator for the SWAC tournament. It was awesome. He's amazing.
They're both Lehigh and Prairie View A&M are in the Dayton round.
Listen, as someone who's done the Dayton thing, like as a fan, It's a good time. Especially because you get to see 2 basketball games. One, the game with the team you care about, and then you get a bonus game where it's like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
This is fun. I'm having a good time.
Double feature.
I mean, double feature in Dayton. That sounds like a great Oscar-winning movie here.
Is the first 4 over 2 days? Yes, right?
Yes.
It's Tuesday,
and Wednesday. Uh-huh.
And then the tournament starts on Thursday. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Can I just say, I don't have the soundboard here, but Texas is in the tournament. Texas.
They're one of the last 4 in.
And they're going to get their asses handed to them by NC State. It's fine. I don't care.
God.
NC State has kind of fallen apart at the end.
NC State fucked around with Pitt for a while, so yes.
Okay.
I don't know. That was a Pitt team good enough to bring back Jeff Capel. So we got to get. I think that's a quality win for NC State.
Look, I had that game on in the background while I was doing my actual job, and in the first 20 minutes of that game, I would glance up at the score and just be like, "What happened to my shitty fucking Pitt team? What are they doing?" And then they realized who they were.
So the funny thing for me is you remember like Aura Khan?
Yeah,
the McNeese trainer, right? He went to NC State with Will Wade when Will Wade left McNeese to go to NC State. But apparently all of his credits wouldn't go transfer. So he came back to McNeese, and McNeese is in the tournament, and he's back with the basketball team at McNeese.
Nice.
The king has returned.
The Aura King has returned. And then, like, they posted that McNeese has made it 3 years in a row, and they showed him again, and, like, the comments were like, oh, not this guy again. Get him out of here, this stupid boombox.
No, fuck
And I was
that.
like, no, hell no. McNeese had an amazing game against UTRGV in the semis.
That was...
And then they had to turn around at like triple OT. Then they had to turn around to play the number 1 seed Stephen F. Austin like in the morning or like 2 in the afternoon or whatever. And they beat Stephen F. Austin to make the tournament. I know the tournament was in Lake Charles, and I was spitting some Lake Charles facts in the process during the 3 OT game with UTRGV. But yeah, that was I don't know, like, McNeese is a really, really solid basketball team, like under the radar one in Louisiana. They've produced like some NBA players and an NBA Hall of Famer too.
Who's the Hall of Famer?
Joe Dumars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chris Vanini has obtained the memorandum. Jesus Christ, memorandum of understanding between Sac State and the MAC. Some more numbers for y'all, along with the $18 million owed to the MAC, $6 million the first year, and no TV revenue, and paying for visitor travel. Sac State will also pay the MAC about $200,000 annually in member and bowl fees.
Sac State, where is all this money coming from, and can I have some?
Yeah, can you pay my student loans, please, and I'll stop talking shit about you on this podcast?
Yeah, pay off my house, Sac State.
When you think about all the money that's already been thrown around, what's another $200,000?
Yeah. I mean, yes, but where's the money coming from, guys?
Where is the money? Like, we already understand that study that they put out about the economic impact that they're going to generate was completely fake because it was based off of a fucking LinkedIn post.
Yes.
How are you going to get the money for this? Explain to me where the money's coming from.
By the way, speaking of not great allocations of money, did you guys see the Foyaball article about firework expenditures?
Yes,
I did. Rutgers spending big bucks on fireworks.
So what? After he published, Ole Miss got back to him that they had spent more on fireworks. Yeah. Granted, that included a playoff game and probably a lot more offense than Rutgers had.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
man, that's just.
Now you know why Rutgers has to issue
Rutgers is so in debt.
Issue Rutgers bonds. They're issuing bonds to play for the fireworks, folks.
I let out like an out loud exclamation when I got to the bottom of the article, and it was Rutgers.
No, the funny thing is, like, I hadn't read the article or hadn't seen anybody spoil it, and I looked at it. I was like, I bet Rutgers is spending the most money on fireworks.
How?
Because, but no, they do Blackout Fridays. And they have a lot of Friday games in the Big Ten. They're like the team that they just put on Fridays.
That
they
does
do Blackout Fridays. Yeah. And so I was like, this they do the Blackout Fridays and they do like a fireworks show with it. And so it kind of tracked with me. And then I'm like, this is something that Rutgers would try to use to build excitement to get people in the stands, because when your baseball team is bad,
they do fireworks shows.
They do firework nights a lot more frequently to get people to stay and come to the game.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware of that.
You're well aware of the Pirates, right? Doing that, right?
Yeah, I don't go to the games. I just every so often I hear the fireworks, and it's like,
it's fireworks night. It's like, oh man, it must be fun there. I gotta go check it out. Does that work? No.
Blackout Friday at Rutgers really just sounds like a challenge to finish an entire fifth of Laird's. Like, I don't.
It's like the Blue Sky Skeet about how are y'all drinking Everclear, and everybody who used to drink Everclear came with, well,
Blackout Friday at Rutgers.
Blackout Friday is what happens after Whiskey Fridays.
I just look, man, the more we talk about Rutgers, the more like I'm deeply in love with Rutgers. Like, it's just I want good things for them so much.
Rutgers is just going full send, dude. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's just like they don't make sense. They're just like they're going 100 miles an hour. They're like, hey, we're in the fucking Big Ten. We're just we're here. I don't know why we're here, but like we're just going for it. And
It's
I mean,
imposter syndrome, the school
Mhm.
or the
At some
athletic
point-
department.
At some point, they're going to
Maybe.
sober up from Blackout Friday and realize that they're in a lot of debt.
no, it's New Jersey. We'll
Yeah,
get another
yeah.
credit
That's
card.
the next athletic director's problem.
That's the again. We'll just
You transfer
it-
this
That can
credit
down
card
the road.
balance to the
to
next
another
credit card.
new credit card. That's it. It's done.
It's the circle of credit
At
card.
a certain
It's fine.
point, money stops being real. Like
We just
we
keep,
see this in our economy right now. Money is just not real. Like
I mean, all you gotta do is
after a
make the
after a
minimum
certain
payment.
point, debt just doesn't matter.
Just make the minimum payment. You just keep kicking the can down the road, Rutgers. You'll be fine.
Sac State's credit cards are going to come due as well at some point.
I feel like Sac State is gonna come up with like some weird cryptocurrency
Ooh,
Oh.
Bitcoin.
and
Hornet coin.
I just feel like
No,
it just
whore.net.
Oh,
Hold up. HOR or WHORE?
HOR. This is a
Okay.
Jordan.
Jordan, what?
Jordan.
What?
I guarantee you that
Jordan, I'm on
whore.net
the
has been taken
podcast.
for other uses.
this is why we have HR
I mean, we
here
can
tonight.
find out. Hang on, let
This
me
is-
find out real quick.
this is
It
why
looks
I
like-
have to stay on the podcast. Like,
Yes,
we
looks-
can't be having these HR violations that I get 2 days later. I need to be present to catch them. as they happen.
HOR.net appears to be available. Nothing
It
is
looks like
happening
it
when I search
redirects. It looks like it redirects to some adult site.
The other,
Oh, okay.
the
But I meant-
WHORE one redirects.
Yeah, I
Okay,
meant
yeah, that's what I was like-
HOR.net.
Oh, HOR. I gotta look that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody get up name cheap.
Yeah. Obviously, the other one is going to redirect to an adult site.
Obviously, that was like site number 3 that was made on the internet.
Let's see here. Whore.org, whore.shop. These are all expensive. HOR, whore.blog, whore.horse.
Oh. Wait, what about whore.se?
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
Is that a country domain? What country would that be?
HOR.se is redirecting somewhere. We're going to find out where this goes.
Oh, this is going to be sketchy.
I'm gonna regret
this. Is
this.
the one I bring up on my phone so it doesn't install.
Oh,
a virus
no.
on my computer.
Horror.se is available.
Oh,
It is expensive.
Well, of course it is.
What country
is-
is SE?
Seashell?
Do we have
Seychelles?
almost 37,000 euros?
No.
No,
SE
but
is Sweden. Sweden.
No.
Oh, okay.
We don't have 37,000 euros.
Okay,
So
so
we
the
can't have
money is not
whore.c.
for whore.se. Okay, got it.
Okay.
okay, so we need Sac State money to register whore.se. That's what I'm hearing.
Listen, that website's gonna have $975 million of economic impact.
There's
Sure.
gonna be there. I feel like there's some like Silicon Valley person that is just
Did they
using
go to
all
Y
their money to like,
Combinator?
huh?
Did they go to Y Combinator and ask for money? Because Y Combinator gives money to everybody. Y Combinator is like a private equity, like Silicon Valley thing. Theranos went to Y Combinator. They'll like anybody in Silicon Valley who comes up with an idea will go to Y Combinator and say, "Hey, can I have money for this stupid idea?" And they'll say, "Here's $200 million."
I possibly.
Who would be the funniest like investor turned college football booster? Like imagine the SoftBank guy getting to college football.
Masayoshi-san, yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
I mean,
Masayoshi
he's one of the guys that is like
Yeah,
part
he's
of-
another guy you can go to and be like, "Hey, can I have $200 million?" And he'll just say yes.
Yeah.
Do we need to go to them?
Especially if you say you're going to try to build God. We're going to build God through football. Oh, here you go. Here's $300 million.
Yeah, we're gonna build a giant line out in the desert. Here's $200
What could we
million.
say? We're
Uh-huh.
gonna invent a podcast to end all other podcasts.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna find podcast God.
Okay.
We're gonna fight
Do you think you'd give
podcast
us
God.
200 million?
I think so.
We
Okay.
will
At
face
least.
podcast God and walk
And
backwards
walk
into hell.
backwards into hell.
Okay.
If you shall encounter God on your trip, God will be cut. Other realignment news. Louisiana Tech. You are currently scheduled to play 2 seasons worth of games. Conference USA is on this. They're on Conference USA schedule. They are on Sunbelt schedule. And Arthur,
Listen,
is this possible?
Who among us has not been double booked?
I was going to say double booking. Some semesters you just take 18 credits and you say, listen,
I'm
just
going to
gonna
drop
get all
one or
these
two of these
done.
classes, right?
Right. Like, I'm probably going to drop one. You get to the drop deadline. You're like, well, these are all really interesting, and I won't be able to take this class for another 2 or 3 years anyway. I don't want to take it my senior year. We've all been there. Sometimes you triple book yourself for a thing, and you have to make a cameo in each of them. You do your best.
The best part about this, though, is that minus 3 Saturdays,
No, just
this
two.
schedule is possible.
There's
Just
only,
two.
There's only two with conflicts, and one of the conflicts is like theoretically it's not actually possible, right?
Yeah.
Because you cannot, like, I would not advise playing 2 FBS football games in one day.
No.
Cowards.
And B,
Cowards.
if there was any sort of
Jordan-
like weather
Jordan,
delay,
I
travel delay,
invite
it would
Play
screw it
2
up.
games today.
But so on November 7th, they're scheduled to be at Troy and at Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State, if you don't know, is in Alabama.
Mhm.
It's in
Yes.
Jacksonville, Alabama. It's not in
Mhm.
Florida. It's not there. But they are scheduled, so it's a 3.5 hour drive between Troy and
Yeah.
Jacksonville State. So like theoretically, you could play one game at 11 a.m., like maybe another one's at 8 o'clock p.m. Like you got a little bit of time in there to make the
Yeah.
trip. Obviously, you couldn't actually do that, but just from
You
a
could fly.
travel
It's
standpoint,
okay.
well, you could do it as a fan, but you probably wouldn't want to do it as a football player. The one that would be a problem would be November 28th. They're scheduled at Western Kentucky and at Georgia Southern. That is not drivable in one day playing 2 football games. They theoretically could move one of those games to Black Friday, though. So it's always an option.
Modern roster sizes being what they are, you could also just sort of split yourself into the varsity team and the JV team in the way that old school football teams used to.
I don't know that La Tech has the depth to do. Like, I don't think G5
They don't have the depth to
rosters
like
are-
meaningfully do that, but they
They have
have
the
enough
bodies.
guys. Like
Do
you
they?
could.
Yeah,
Do
they have, they have the bodies. We've
have-
seen.
I mean, scholarship limits 80, or the old scholarship limit was 85. I assume they got all the guys.
Right. I mean, like theoretically they do, but
Yeah.
like in practice, we've seen teams. I know like Marshall opted out of a bowl game
I know.
2 years ago because they straight up ran out of players. I would be doubtful that especially a G5 team could field 2 rosters.
To be clear, do I think it is likely possible? No. Do I think it is theoretically possible? Maybe.
I mean, at a minimum, you'd need what, like 10 offensive linemen. I think that would probably be your biggest.
That's usually where
Hold
these
up.
kinds of things run out.
Also, probably going to run out. Like, do you actually have 2 punters? Maybe.
Probably.
It's theoretically possible.
Walk-ons.
I mean,
Yeah.
you also like one team gets the punter, one team gets the kicker, and then they handle both roles. But
this is a very King Solomon thing where we're splitting the baby in half. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying it. I don't.
You have a quarterback who was also the punter in high school. Whatever.
It looks great. It looks so good. This is from our friends over at FBS Schedules that listed both schedules on top of each other. They do have an asterisk about this. It's fine, whatever. Listeners, we know this has happened before. ODU did this. Southern Miss had this issue when they switched conferences as well. They were on both schedules. Don't yuck our yum here, folks. Let us enjoy this 20-game schedule.
So our friend Brandon Marcello, because I taunted him about the Razorback Nuggets. He wanted us to write a blog about La Tech's chances in both of these.
Mhm.
And I know you guys were talking about the split squad type thing. They do this in spring training.
Yeah.
So there's a split squad game that sometimes, the Pirates will play 2 different spring training games with the split squad. If La Tech can maybe like double their roster, I think they could do this. The hard part, I think is when they go 20-0, then they got to play 2 conference championship games
against each other.
Yeah.
The
Well,
ol-
I mean,
The
no,
only bulldog that can beat a bulldog is a bulldog.
no. See, the Sun Belt has divisions,
Oh, okay.
so they would win the Sun Belt West, and then they have to play somebody in the Sun Belt East. Now, Conference USA, I don't know who would be second in Conference USA, but they may have to host that game. And if they had to host both of them at the same time, that that may actually work out for them because they could play the Sun Belt Conference Championship at noon, and then once that's done at like 3:30, you could play the Conference USA Championship game at maybe about 8 p.m. in
The
Ruston.
Conference USA Championship game will begin 25 minutes after the conclusion of the Sun Belt Conference Championship game.
I mean, I feel like it's probably good value for fans.
Yeah,
2 games for the price of 1.
2 for the price of 1. Just tailgate all day in Ruston.
Get that combined
hopefully,
ticket.
enjoy that. Go to the disc golf course at the park right across from the stadium. Check it out. Do your thing. I know there's supposed to be a Buc-ee's coming to Ruston. You could leave in between and then come back and go to Buc-ee's if that does get built off of I-20 eventually.
This is the nicest you've ever been talking about La Tech on the history of this program. You've said more neutral to kind things about La Tech than I've heard you say in a long time.
Because this is a fantasy.
Okay.
It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
This will all come crashing down when they settle their lawsuit and we don't have a cool schedule anymore.
No, yeah, it's not going to happen, but I'm enjoying it. I can enjoy it, right?
I just find it interesting. I just always find it weird when you say nice things about La Tech.
It's fine. It's just like, La Tech, La Tech, the rivalry between ULM and La Tech, like La Tech, has the era of like, we're better than you against ULM. And it's just like with us, like we want to beat them. And, it kind of has the private school versus public school vibes to it, rivalry style. But, they're coming back to the conference. And I mean, do I expect to beat La Tech? I mean, it's kind of a Bedlam-y style rivalry. It's like maybe like 40 to like 25 or 40
no, not
to
nearly
20.
as bad as you think it is. 29-14.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily like, so it's kind of one-sided, but not necessarily that one-sided.
Now the question is, Kamish, when is the last time that ULM beat La Tech in football?
Man, it's got to be like, is it 87 the year they won the title?
It's 87 the year they won the title.
Okay, yeah. It's just like, it's been a while. But like they stopped playing us. I was at the game that last time that La Tech played us, and they went to join the WAC in like 2000. And I think they beat us like 49-23 or something.
42-19.
Okay, yeah. It was not close.
What I'm hearing is La Tech scared.
Yeah.
No, La Tech had the error. Like I said, they're
come on, Kamish, go with me.
No,
they're
you're trying
better than us. Yes.
Yeah,
See, La Tech scared.
You know who else thinks that? You know who's scared? Penn State. That's why they won't play Pitt. La Tech scared.
La Tech scared.
La Tech scared.
we only 32 miles away. You scared. We'll see you October 17th.
That's right.
Or not. Right. Who knows?
I don't know. Are you going to win your lawsuit? I don't know, La Tech. I heard y'all had money in Ruston. Can y'all afford some good lawyers?
We don't need the audio for this. I bring you guys something from Florida State softball. The most brutal hit by pitch I have ever seen.
This is I don't know how this person can
I don't know how she survived it.
I have no idea how they could still walk.
Pulling it up. Ooh, I almost closed the wrong window. Almost closed this window.
So many tabs.
No, actually not. It's just I'm not used to having one laptop screen.
That's all I live off of.
I know, and I don't know how you
Jordan,
do it.
I can do it.
You got it?
I think. Window. This one. Share. Can you guys see?
Yes.
All right. Can you see now? Is it big now?
No, it's blurry now.
Shit. Okay. I will not make it bigger. All right. Cool.
Oh man, did you guys see the interview with the Duke coach on ESPN?
Oh,
No.
they had the Apple thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could probably find a picture of it, put it in
Rewind
the
that.
podcast
Yep.
chat.
The ball
There goes.
rolls on the ground,
Why does it keep pausing right there?
and the Florida State batter steps back into it and lets it just slightly hit her foot.
She got booped. Just a boop.
It's one of those softball pitches where you do the underhand pitch, and then sometimes when you get too close to release it, the ball brushes against like your thigh. And that's basically what happened on this pitch. And then the ball gets released from the person's like from her hand, and it just basically just dribbles like a slow ground ball towards the Florida State batter, and it hits the Florida State batter in the foot. Very slowly.
Yes,
And
that it hits her in the foot is really overselling it. It
it
brushes
touches her
foot.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It touches her
again,
foot.
like I cannot begin to just like the only way that we can describe this is boop.
It is
Is
boop.
boop.
And in
Boop,
the
boop,
play-by-play, it is written down as a hit by pitch.
Boop by
Like
pitch.
I said, boop by
Mhm.
pitch. This is what I used to be on the varsity baseball team when I was a freshman. I was the one that was in charge of the score. The score sheet, like the thing that you would do at the games. I was the one that had to physically do that in the notebook. And basically the fun thing is like in the score sheet, it doesn't look any different. It's just like hit by pitch. It's just that's what it is. It's like you get a single, it's just like single. And then, like I would tell the coach, like, yeah, he did this last time. Like it was like a bloop hit or whatever. But in the scorebook, single. That's all that matters. Single, hit by pitch, boop by pitch. That's all that matters.
I thought you were going to tell us that you were in charge of being hit by pitch. Like that was your job.
I got hit by pitch a lot in my career. I don't know how many times. I remember one like broke my right foot though.
Oh no.
Oh,
I had like
That's not a
I had
boop.
like a hairline. I had a hairline fracture in my right foot.
Yeah, that
Oh.
is not boop by pitch.
Mm-mm.
No, it was not fun, and I didn't know. Like I was just because you wear cleats and like there's really not like on the top part of your cleat. Like basically he threw it low and I tried to jump out of the way and it still skipped off the ground and hit me in the foot. Definitely not like this boop, but I like it hit the top of my foot. I played the rest of the game. And I got home and I'm like my foot swollen and I'm like I don't know what's going on and I had to go to the doc and I got like one of those got an x-ray and they were like, yeah, you got a hairline fracture. I was on crutches for like 6 weeks. No big deal. That's my only broken bone though.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
I would assume you'd had more than that.
No, I've had reconstructive shoulder surgery. I've like hyperextended knees. I've pulled hamstrings. I think like soccer one was like really bad. I got like a huge contusion on the left leg. One time I think I went up for a header and like somebody I think that was my only concussion and I didn't even know I had a concussion, but I went up for a header in the box. I played defense and I got headed in the ear.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, like so another person like headed me in the ear. And that was the only game we won. And I was like, okay. I was like, do I have to get headed in the ear? Like I was able to clear it, but like the person, like I'm not that tall, but like I jumped up and I was able to clear it, and then the other person came like right into me sideways and headed me in the ear. It did not feel good at all, and I kept doing the weird thing like you would just open your jaw like like oh that hurts, but we won 3-0, and that was our only win of the year.
Was that the one that got called because of?
No, that was the draw 1-1 because
Okay.
of the monsoon against the number 1 team. They should have called that game sooner. They should have just never played that game ever.
Arthur, biathlon update.
Yeah, so like a lot of these winter sports, they're still kind of finishing up their season. It's kind of awkward because the Olympics are the high point of the season forever, like the focus. But because of the way the winter sports calendar works, you're kind of trying to fit in as much as you can when you can do these sports. And So you're left with 3 weekends of IBU World Cup after the Olympics. And it is kind of like they're kind of stretching it in terms of even what they can still manage. So this weekend they were in Estonia.
Okay.
It was too warm, right? Like they had snow that they put up for the course, but then like any if you were off the trail at all, it was just bare. But some of the craziest biathlon I've seen maybe ever because of how windy it was. It was just terrible shooting conditions. Like everyone was struggling so much, and that's when you see a lot of really erratic things happen. Um, Sturlaholm Lagrid, our biathlon that we talked about during the Winter Olympics when he gave the interview where he admitted to cheating.
Mr. Red
Uh,
Flag, yes.
so before that moment, right? He had not finished on the podium all season. Since that moment, he has not finished off the podium.
So
Okay.
Like
score one for unburdening yourself, I guess.
he medaled in every single Olympic event he was in, and then so far we've had 2 World Cup weekends. He has been on the podium every single time. It doesn't matter, individual event, relay event, doesn't matter. He's been on the podium every single one that he's entered.
Has he won though?
Yes. Yes, he has won. He did not win any gold medals at the Olympics, but he is now won on the World Cup.
Okay, so he's got some golds. Okay.
You know what this is, guys? It's
Hmm?
the power of love. Ba, ba, ba. No, okay.
No.
So
I gotta watch Back to the Future now.
another
Power of
biathlete
love.
that we talked about during the
No.
Olympics,
Huey Lewis.
Emilian Jacquelin, who I would say is the most erratic biathlete on the World Cup.
Yes, the erratic one where Sturla talked trash
Yes.
because like I didn't think he
He-
was gonna blow it and he blew it, right?
Yeah, he
Essentially.
managed to get like just straight up disqualified during the relay today, which I'm not
What?
sure I've ever seen that happen. I'm sure it has happened before. A lot of times when there's something that someone gets disqualified for in a biathlon event, it's the sort of thing where you see on the scoring there's an asterisk by their name, and it's sort of like this is under review. We'll have to take a look, confirm this after the event is over. This one, it was so blatant that it was just like in the middle event, it was like, yep, no, like this is over. And it was a relay. So it's like, this is like, he got the French team disqualified.
His whole team?
Doing
Yeah.
what?
So
What did he do?
basically with relays, you have to hit every time you go into a shooting stage, you have to hit 5 targets, or you shoot at 5 targets. And the way in the relays it works is you have 3 extra rounds that you have to go into if you miss, right? So if you hit all 5, you don't have to do that. But if you miss, you have to shoot those 3 spare rounds before you go to the penalty loop. And he, I guess, managed to shoot 4 extra rounds.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of times, like, what I've seen happen is like an athlete will like lose track of how many penalty laps they have to do, or there will be some other irregularity. Like one actually that happened I think last weekend for Germany, was someone didn't shoot enough of the extra rounds, right? Like they missed, and then they only shot, I think, 2 of the spare rounds, and then they went and did their penalty. And that you get like a what they call like a time adjustment, where they just add some time to your time, like as
Why
a
would it
penalty.
matter if you didn't shoot all the rounds?
Because theoretically it could be an advantage, right? Like it takes time to shoot those extra rounds. So let's say you would have missed that extra round, then you would have saved time by not bothering to shoot it at all. It's also just kind of a procedural thing.
Okay.
And also, they're pretty strict about, you have to fire what you're supposed to fire, because if you have something that you didn't fire, right, like you want to have clear rules about that so that you don't have anything live when you're out on the course, right? Like that is a very serious thing if you were to have a live round that you didn't actually fire. So you need to make sure that you fire what you're supposed to fire. But anyway, so yeah, he rather than doing either of those mistakes, which I've seen before, and you might get like a 2-minute penalty added to your time, which like that's a huge penalty. It will take you out of contention, but it's not like you can just stop now. Like this is done. So I'd never seen that before, but it was legitimately probably the worst shooting I've ever seen in the like top level biathlon. The commentators were excited when someone went like 4 for 5 shooting,
Yeah.
which is like usually
Was
it's
it
only
windy?
yeah, like it was crazy windy.
Okay.
And it was like there were people making less than half their shots.
Wow.
There were penalties all over.
So like
It
everybody's doing
was-
the penalty. Was it like a penalty loop, or is it just like
Yeah.
they just added time?
Yeah, it was the penalty loop. Yeah, we didn't have an individual. But what the other thing that came out of this was there was some surprise results just
Yeah.
because of like who managed to hit. So in the mixed relay, which happened today, like the day we're recording this Sunday, Sweden was able to get the win, which was they're a top contender there. But then we had 2 surprise countries to round out the podium. So we had Switzerland. They managed to finish second. They only missed 6 shots all race, which was like miles better than anyone else did. And it's only the second time that they've ever gotten a mixed relay podium. And then we had the U.S., which this was their first ever mixed relay podium at this level. They'd never done it before until today. And actually, the U.S. was leading by 40 seconds going into the final leg. They did arrange it so that their weakest leg was at the end. So it wasn't a total surprise that Sweden and Switzerland were able to catch them. But still, really cool. Like, it's cool to watch an event like that where you could see just how excited people are to get the result they do. Because like a lot of times when the expected finishers finish where they're expected to finish, it's like people are happy, it's an accomplishment, but it's also like, you've been there before. And what was really cool to see the genuine excitement for Switzerland and the US, especially because like I think they had there are a couple people on those teams that have had success at that level, but there are also people on those relay teams that like this is their first ever, maybe only ever World Cup podium. So just really cool to see that.
Awesome. Yes, big girl.
Yeah, something else that I forgot to put in the show notes, but important to mention. U.S. sled hockey won 6-2 over Canada in the gold medal game today.
Right.
So
They won seeded rivalry.
seeded rivalry. That's right.
That's right.
So that is. Go ahead.
Sled hockey team also broke the U.S. record for most goals scored in a single Paralympics, totaling 46 goals in 5 games. Let's fucking go.
So that is gold for the men, gold for the women, gold for sled hockey.
Because there's only men's sled hockey right now.
Next Olympics, there will be women's.
Yay!
It sounds like Canada just needs to get the fuck up. Sorry, Canada. Sorry about it.
Canada should try getting good.
I just don't think they care enough about hockey.
No.
Yeah. Try harder.
Joey, I love you.
Joey, we love you.
Yeah, but get good.
Try harder. Be better.
No, the U.S. like seeded rivalry team like won like 6 straight.
Yeah, this is their 5th straight. Yes.
This is their 5th straight. Yeah, so this is like not the thing. And then like the United States beat Canada in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, get good. Try better. Try other sports.
Do you know how?
Maybe basketball.
They did invent basketball.
Oh, they did. That's true. And I'm sure they have international success there.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they.
Yeah. Rutgers is great at college football, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have at least more than one team, right?
In what?
Basketball.
In NBA.
In Canada.
Is there a domestic Canadian basketball league? There has to be.
Why would
right?
they have that?
Was that the CBA?
I don't think the CBA is in China, but
no, I was just they used to have a Continental Basketball Association.
The Canadian Elite Basketball League.
The Brampton Honey Badgers? I've got it.
The men's professional basketball league in Canada, as recognized by Canada Basketball, founded in 2017 with 6 teams, now has 10. 4 from Ontario, 2 from Alberta, 1 each from British Columbia, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Quebec.
Wow.
We've got
Do we have one where Joey lives?
No Thunder Bay.
No Thunder Bay. No, we have the Brampton Honey Badgers.
Oh,
the Montreal Alliance, the Niagara River Lions, the
right.
Ottawa Blackjacks, the Scarborough Shooting Stars, the Calgary Surge, the Edmonton Stingers, the Saskatoon Mamba, which I love.
That's very good.
The Vancouver Bandits and the Winnipeg Sea Bears.
Oh, that wins. Oh, that wins. Oh, that's so good.
I like that they're the Sea Bears.
The Manitoba Sea Bears, so they have Churchill, but that's fine.
Aww.
I mean, you're close. You're close to close, quote unquote, close to Churchill, which is where you can go see the Bears.
I'm really upset with the Saskatoon rebrand.
For why?
It is such a downgrade, man.
They used to be the Rattlers. It was good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Mamba though. It kind of hits. Kind of like it.
Yeah, Arthur.
So I have an Oscar update.
Okay.
I want to be clear. This is an Oscar update, not an Oscars update.
Okay.
This update is that if you've ever heard of the Formula One driver, Oscar Piastri, he is currently a Formula One driver. He drives for McLaren. But 2 races into the season, he has yet to start a race.
That's true. How does race go this morning, Arthur?
There was some mechanical issue.
Let's start with last week. Week.
Last week, he crashed the car on the way to the starting grid.
Where was that race, Oscar, and where is he from?
It was his home race in Australia. He's Australian.
Australia curse remains undefeated.
Yeah, really, really poor record for Australians in the Australian Grand Prix. But yeah, then this I guess this morning, last night.
Yeah, it was this morning. Last night, China yesterday, but this morning our time.
Yeah, he I don't remember the mechanical issue, but actually 0 McLarens started the race. So things are going great with the new car.
The new regs.
Also, former teams in the Canadian Elite Basketball League, the Guelph Nighthawks, the Newfoundland Growlers, and the Honey Badgers used to be in Hamilton. They moved out. Today, to wrap up, it was also the inaugural...
To wrap up?
Do I need to make another espresso martini?
Yeah, everybody gets a coffee.
I think
are we going to friendlies?
Fine.
We're frapping it up.
I think Frap Up is fine because it's it was the Java House Grand Prix of Arlington. So
bring it
it works.
They're not paying us, but yeah.
Lots of glamour shots of the Walmart.
Was the Walmart open? Do we know?
Yeah,
it was open.
Was?
I don't know how they kept it open, but it was open. Like they showed people walking and they had like a fence there and you could hear the and then like people were in and out of the Walmart.
God bless the people working at the Walmart.
You couldn't
access the parking lot from one side, but you could get in from the other side. But the race, by all accounts, was a success. From what I heard, very well attended. Pretty good race from a strategy perspective, the way it played out. But I just need to update you on the Texas A&M car because I think
Yes.
you'll appreciate this.
Mhm.
So are you all familiar with Texas A&M football?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you
Relatively.
Unfortunately,
are
yes.
you familiar with how their
Never heard
seasons
of
tend
him.
to go?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Aggie
go well, so they
Aggie
don't.
roller coaster go up, and then Aggie roller coaster go down.
You have qualifying before the race. That's how you start, right? So think about that as like maybe like a preseason ranking
Okay.
type thing.
We could focus on qualification. I have the map how they got into the Walmart.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
I figured that out.
Okay.
It's Cedarland Boulevard. They could have got into it, and there's an entrance there, but that's the only way you could get into it.
Imagine being a person who just like lives around there and does not
Like,
pay any attention to the news. Is like, I gotta go to Walmart today.
Well, so here's the thing. People don't really like there are houses around there, but like so sorry for this as being my hobby horse. This was half of my thesis in undergrad was
Yeah, that's fine.
studying the Cowboys Stadium.
Mhm.
And one of their things is like, oh, they're gonna build so much more housing around here because we're gonna have a football stadium.
No.
Yeah. Jordan, how much housing have they built around there?
None. There are some apartments there that
That's
predate it.
right. Uh-huh.
There's some,
And
those
there's some like
apartments.
older houses that have been there for like a
Mhm.
long ass time. But they've done none of that.
It's a
Because people
concrete
just don't
jungle.
live in that part of Arlington. You don't.
Okay, so I have the numbers pulled up. I have the official stats. So the Texas A&M car, driven by Felix Rosenquist,
Mhm.
qualified fifth.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice.
I mean, so you think going in, okay, Texas A&M top 5,
That's right.
right?
Mike
That
Echo's got
feels-
it going.
Yeah, getting a
Right,
home game in
right.
the playoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That worked out.
Well, what we get into the race, and it kind of the race starts. The Texas A&M car running around fifth, right? There's some passing, so you maybe go up a little, go back a little. One of the things that is important in IndyCar is which tire you're on. Basically, you have a tire that's faster but wears out quicker, and then you have a tire that's slower but lasts longer. So that kind of has cars coming and going, right? So the Texas A&M car started on the slower tire. So initially they kind of fell back a little bit, but then ended up moving forward. And by the time that they made their first pit stop, they were at the front based on that. Now, of course, the way the rules are, you have to run both tires. You can't just say, oh, we want to, just stick to one that's better. So they go to the tire that wears out faster but is quicker. And actually at that point, then they're leading the race, right? So you're like, wow, Texas A&M number one, kind of at the midpoint of the race.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, they got things going.
They did it.
It's going. It's good. They got
It's going
they got
well.
there.
there's a lot of potential here, a lot of promise. This is exciting.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they're not able to make the softer tire last a full stint.
Mhm.
So they have to pit. They go then, so it's like, okay, they're going to have to make 3 stops instead of 2 stops. That's fine. They're kind of in the back half of the top 10, right? Running maybe like 6th, 7th, 8th, that area. And in fact, it looks like the Texas A&M car is going to be on track to finish 7th. And then with a few laps to go, the caution comes out. It's a very quick caution, just like a car had stopped, some mechanical issue. They move the car out of the way, they can restart.
Mhm.
And they're restarting the race with 1 to go. And again, the Texas A&M car is 7th, right? And you say like, okay, like top 7, that's solid.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah,
nice.
there's still some opportunity here. Yeah.
Surely that's a decent day.
Mhm.
And then on the restart, which again comes with 1 lap to go, the Texas A&M car commits a restart violation.
Oh no.
So he passed before the line on the track where you can pass cars. So that's a rule. It's in place.
And now Aggie roller coaster go down.
Yeah. So the penalty there is because what happened then, immediately on the restart, there's another crash.
Mhm.
And I guess the first crash, since the first caution was for a mechanical issue, but there's a crash, immediately it goes yellow again, and that's the end of the race. So there's no opportunity for the Texas A&M car to serve the penalty, which means that they are just moved to the back, which means that they
Oh
Oh
no.
the Texas
no.
A&M car has scored
no.
the last car on the lead lap. So the Texas A&M car officially scored 20th.
Oh no. Disaster. What a bad idea.